All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is the Oklahoma City bombing with this man right here, Timothy McVeigh. For years and years, many things had happened in American history that showed the government was overreaching and it was becoming tyrannical. They were stripping Americans of their rights, okay? And Timothy McVeigh, he thought very much that this was happening, so he actually initiated a terrorist attack against Americans. Now, one of the things that he used to justify his terror attack on Americans is the Ruby Ridge incident. Basically, the federal government came in and killed a bunch of people. And another, that, by the way, their only crime was that they had guns that were not legal to own. So there was another incident at Waco, Texas. And in Waco, Texas, there was this guy that had a big compound, had a lot of people living there. And he was preparing or prepping for the end of the world, okay? He had fully automatic machine guns, he had grenades, he had bombs, but he and his people were peacefully living on their own property, preparing for the end of the world. Well, the FBI comes in and tells them that they either have to give up their weapons or there's going to be a fight. And so they decide to come in and try to take over the compound. And the homeowners and all the people living there fought back. And in the fight, the house, the big complex they were living at, was set on fire, and dozens of people died. Women, children, men, all of them died. And Timothy McVeigh thought that this was an overreaching, tyrannical government that was taking over the country. And so he goes and decides to bomb the Oklahoma City building. He rented a Ryder truck, which today you would probably refer to it as a U-Haul, but it was a different company back then called Ryder. And he created a fertilizer bomb. He used nitrates to create a fertilizer bomb, and it was a massive explosion. It killed hundreds of people right here. The worst part about it is that the whole bottom floor of this government building in Oklahoma City was actually occupied by a daycare for the government workers. So a lot of the people that died were little children whenever they got bombed out of existence by Timothy McVeigh. Once he set the bomb off, Timothy McVeigh did a really stupid thing. He got into his truck and he sped out of town as fast as he can go, and he got stopped by a police officer. And he matched the description of the bomber from the Oklahoma City building, and so they arrested him. They put him on trial. He was convicted and later executed with lethal injection. The reason why is because he was trying to fight the government. Okay? So moving on. All right, what is the motivation behind the 1995 Oklahoma City bombing? Let's see. Here we go. The terrorists believed that the U.S. government was tyrannical and illegitimate because it was tyrannical. Now, I got to go along with this a little bit, folks. I'm not justifying what this man did at all, but it is our Second Amendment right, and this is what justification Timothy McVeigh used. It's our Second Amendment right to bear arms or to have guns to be able to protect ourselves from a tyrannical and illegitimate government. So he's using the Second Amendment as his excuse, along with the Waco massacre and the Ruby Ridge massacre as well. All right, that's it right there. That is the Oklahoma City bombing, folks.